What's up, y'all? Welcome to Why Life Got Me Effed Up podcast, a podcast with topics that got us, well, effed up. Enjoy the episode, and if something got you effed up, let us know. Well, thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the podcast. Why Life Got Me Effed Up. This is Devina.
And this is Juice.
And today we're gonna talk about why unemployment got us effed the F up. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, today we're gonna talk about why unemployment got us effed up. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been unemployed for at least maybe it feels like a year now. Definitely, it's like close to a year. Oh, okay, yeah. Not even a year, probably like March. I'm out here just being extra.
Yeah.
It's definitely been since March. And yo, if you're unemployed, and you don't have like a good standing, like a good family or something like that, like yo, I applaud you if you're making it through this unemployment
for real. That shit is like that shit hard. I like for real, like props to anybody that got kids living out here on their own and living off unemployment, because it's not easy. It's not.
It's definitely not. If I didn't have my family, in which I'm very grateful that I do, then I'll definitely be out here doing scamming city. Like it's definitely scamming season. PPP, where you at? Everybody throw your hands up. You out there scamming the government. You already know what I'm saying. But hey, don't look me up. Hey, nobody learn my name because we out here scamming season.
Too late for all that, bitch. But no, I mean shit. I have been out of a job since ending of October. I still haven't found anything. Still have yet to get an unemployment, but I am thankful enough that I have family to support me in the meantime and take care of me. It's been hard. Like, I don't know what's going on with unemployment. I don't know if Georgia's the same way, but California, them motherfuckers are backed up with claims. Like, I haven't even been able to talk on the phone with anybody. That's how backed up it is. So it's been crazy.
I could just like imagine, like, you know how them like quick ass people be trying. You try to take your order, whether they be like, "What you want?" All right, bye. Like, damn, I didn't even give you my social security number. Like, okay.
Right. Actually, I was able to talk to one person. I don't know why it just showed up on my account that I was scheduled for an interview. And I was like, okay. So I did the interview with this guy. And ever since that interview, I was supposed to have another one. And this was like now over a month ago. And I haven't heard shit. And I've filed for unemployment since November and still ain't heard shit. And I'm still certifying every motherfucking 2 weeks because California does it by 2 weeks. And still nothing. Still nada.
Well, Georgia, shout out to Georgia. They gave me my unemployment Skrilla, but I'm about to get off that because, I got me a little jizz off now.
Hey.
Some quick, definitely not gonna stop the podcast game, but it's definitely something quick. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like when I tell you like jobs have been really been playing me like a pretty girl at the party, like like all your friends give you courage and be like, man, go apply. And then you apply, they see you this email confirmation, and then they give you the interview, and they be like, nah, son. And that's it. Like, or they ain't even see anything back. Like, they literally ghost your ass, like, what the fuck? Like,
I was gonna say, you even lucky, bro. I don't even get to the interview stage. Like,
let me see what your resume looking like.
Bro, my resume is actually decent. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, and the jobs that I apply for, I promise you, I am overqualified for most of the positions that I've applied for. Like, most of the positions. And
your dog in the back saying that you lying, bitch.
Don't listen to her. But I'm gonna take a pause real quick because she
finna go Wilson dog ass. She really be some hot dog in this bitch. Y'all keep playing.
But no, it's literally I've applied to so many jobs, and I had a few interviews. Of course, nothing for what I really, really wanted. Maybe that sneaker job. Remember I told you about that sneaker job, and I completely, completely bombed the fuck out of that shit. I want to say it, but I'm like, I'm so embarrassed, like to know, like the world is gonna know what I said. Well, anyways, I didn't get that job because we're doing this wordplay, and the guy asked me, he was like, okay, I'm gonna say a word and you say whatever pops into your mind. So me, I was like, oh, okay. This man said Space Jam. And you know what the fuck I said?
What'd you say, Frank?
I said LeBron James. I was so pissed at myself. I was pissed. After that, I was just like, literally, when that came out of my mouth, I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with me, bro? Like, why did I say LeBron
I
James?
mean, honestly, you're not wrong, but at the
I
same
mean,
time, but nigga, you wrong. Cause like, like I mean, like Space Jam 2 is coming out, uh, and so yeah, like LeBron immediately.
but like, see, okay, I mean, I know I'm not wrong in the sense because, like, of course, the new Space Jam, he is featured in it. But in terms of, if you're like, oh, like a for real sneakerhead, an OG sneakerhead, like, been in the game for a long time, Space Jam 11s are like, you know, top like colorway for the 11s. And the
Oh
fact
yeah.
that I literally said, like, LeBron James, I just, oh, so pissed at myself.
Does
But that's
LeBron even
probably,
have like a Space Jam shoe?
no, he doesn't. I would assume they're probably gonna like release something, but no. But probably why I'm still unemployed. I could have had a job by now, but that's probably why I'm unemployed. But yeah, I mean, this job hunting is hard now. Corona definitely fucked a lot of things up, and it's definitely made the job market a lot more scarce than before.
Yeah, like I really don't like the interview process anymore. Of just like doing anything like remote. Like
Mm-hmm.
you really have to like talk to people like through Skype or through Ubu or through Google Duo, depending on what they're doing and stuff like that. And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I just like I don't like the idea that I'm doing all this stuff to literally just wear a t-shirt with like not even a t-shirt, like some nice upper body wear, and then the bottom I got like boxers on.
Yeah.
Like just to like
Oh,
talk to somebody
wait.
for like 30 minutes. Oh,
I
you don't do that? That's just me.
don't.
Oh
I'm
my
not
bad.
box. I don't wear boxes, but I'm my underwear, bitch. No, I put like sweats on or something. But um, yeah, I feel like that definitely takes away from the interview process because I definitely like to be like face to face with the people that I'm meeting because I feel like you have a better chance of getting a job if you're actually face to face.
Definitely. Like I don't really like the phone calls because I tend to rumble when I'm on the phone call. So because I
Mm-hmm.
can't see their facial expression and be like, bitch, stop. Like I can't see that. Like all I can see is nothing. So I just be like, yeah. And so it's nothing that like you can really do at that point. But I definitely miss the old ways of just going into the interview, talking to somebody. Based on my personality, I can definitely like visually see somebody and be like know how to my pauses and my cues and go and how I'm like affecting somebody and stuff like that. So that definitely does help. But that phone shit
Mm-hmm.
is for the birds, literally.
No, for real, it's shit for the birds. And then like I know when I had my my remote interview, I remember I had somebody, the guy I was talking to, he FaceTime me and I was like, fuck. And then like paused the whole screen and shit. And like, cause I was doing it on my phone because I know for a fact my laptop would have been fucking up and that shit old as fuck. So I was doing it on my phone and I was just like, oh, fuck. But yeah, it's like you definitely have some like technical difficulties too, along with that, like your Wi-Fi and shit, signal going in and out, all that shit. Like,
I don't know. Let me tell you the time I got played for real. Like, so I had three set interviews.
Mm-hmm.
for jobs that literally doesn't do anything with I went to college for. Also a little plug in, check out our episode 2 that we had when we talked about why college got us effed up. But back to the story. So literally I got one for I think it was like it was like H&R Block. Bitch, I don't even like doing my taxes. I don't even know why I applied.
Right.
And then 2 it was like for like McDonald's, but it was for like this boss or whatever, and he just needed like a technology person. And then 3 it was for like an actual technology company because I am getting like a degree in IT, so I just thought that it'll be okay. So the first one, the HR Block one, literally the day of the interview, this man emailed me and talking about, oh yeah, we already chose somebody, but keep looking out. I hope you have a good time. All right, good luck. I was just like, dang,
Wow. That's
this
fucked
man
up.
couldn't even let me go into dinner, couldn't even eat nothing. Like this man said, all right, so your Uber outside. Like he really disrespected me.
That's fucked
Um,
up.
it was horrible. And then literally the second one, the McDonald's one, we literally talked. This man, like we talked and everything. Like he gave me so much hope and pride that I thought I was gonna get this job. It was for like IT stuff in McDonald's. I really thought I was gonna be pushing it. And next thing you know, like the next week, he was like, "Oh yeah, we were trying to schedule our second interview." He was like, "Unfortunately, we have some unfortunate things that has happened, and we need to reschedule our interview." And I'm thinking like, "Okay, cool." Literally next week, I text him like, "Hey, I hope everything's doing good." You know, my professional ways of saying stuff. Uh, this man said thanks and just never said anything else. Like honestly, never. Like this man really encouraged me. Like I was like, "Wow, this feels like Tinder." And
That
then
I was gonna say that's extremely unprofessional though. Like, I mean, if you know you have this position open and like you could at least be courteous and let them know exactly what's going on, or like just be honest. Like, you know, at this time we're not gonna, be hiring anybody instead of, keep you fucking hanging.
right, and I think one interview that I had with another IT company, and they just asked me all these IT questions that I wasn't really sure of. So I failed in that one, and I think that gave me some type of anxiety went to the next one. So I literally drove all the way to the place, literally reread everything about the company and stuff like that, and it says something on the bottom and said if you don't know the difference between DHCP and DNS, which is like some it's like some IP addressing stuff and some server
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And it's like if you don't know, I was like, I know between it, but that last I feel like if they ask me that question, I'll totally blank out. And plus, I really didn't like the scenery. And plus, they had hella rocks, and I like my tires be very, very be on gentle pavement. So I was like, you know what? I made so many excuses to get out of there. So
Uh-huh.
I emailed that lady so quick. I was like, man, unfortunately, I would not be able to attend. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And skirt rolled out that bitch. But I did that.
Oh my God. I mean, at
Yeah.
least you attempted. Shit, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, I attempt to go down the street and sit in the parking lot.
That's still better than nothing. I mean, shit. But hey, I mean, you're not always gonna, take or not everything is gonna be successful when you do, especially the times like this when you have your interviews. So gotta keep trying, and now you finally found something. So
Definitely
hopefully,
did.
hopefully you'll like it, and you're not gonna leave after like 3 days.
Yeah, hopefully I like it. Like I'm really there for, just a good spirits, good benefits, and the money is also a bonus as well. But I ain't gonna lie, unemployment really got me on my hustle. I really see like with the corona situation, with the panoramic that we are in. Um I see that a lot of people are like making their own businesses and they're doing their
Mm-hmm.
own thing. Especially there has been a very elevated rate of black owned businesses that has been curated throughout
Mm-hmm.
this whole year or so. So shout out to everybody making their own businesses is also doing our thing. And we also started this podcast during the unemployment and the corona and the pandemic that we're in as well. So you know, when people are backs are against to the wall, man, you definitely get to thinking of what can we do other than the normal and the standard.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you just don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, next week, next month. Like, everything is uncertain at this point. So it's like, okay, well, what can I do to, fall back, have something to fall back on. So a lot of great things came out of, coronavirus. A lot of great companies started up, you know, made a name for themselves and stuff. I'm just, oh, these past few months been rough for me. So I've just been like, I don't even know. I've just been out of it. I, you know, had that idea of starting my own lip gloss line. That shit was dead. I was just like, mm-mm. After, because I was really serious about it. I mean, like, I remember like texting Juice and I was just like, I want to start a lip gloss line. I think it'd be great. And then I had like my notes and I was writing everything down. I had to have stuff a certain way. Then I started looking up companies that, make lip glosses. And then I'm like on my Facebook, on my Instagram, all these people, starting their lip gloss line. I'm just like, it's just going to be the same thing. What's the point? And plus, I knew at that time I was going to be unemployed for a little bit. So I was just like, I can't do it right now. Mm-mm. But yeah, I mean, for some people, it's been really a blessing for their businesses.
Photography for me has definitely like amped up a little bit, and definitely I've worked on like some side projects that I have to now that actually allow me to like do it. So that's been great. But definitely cracking those ideas out. If you have an idea of a business, the best thing to do honestly at this moment right now, if you got the funds, do it. If you can make it happen, if you got people who are ready to invest, go ahead and do that. So you make a business plan as soon as possible, man. Like don't stop. Just get that money. I definitely got some ideas in the works. Definitely deciding to make a drive-through strip club. A lot of people hating on that, but
Interesting.
yeah, I feel like it's like corona free. It's like you can't really sneeze on nobody, cough on
Mm-hmm.
nobody. And you can literally just pay a little fee, strippers get their money, you get your look, and you go home.
That's interesting.
Or last night, me and Devina was talking, and literally we finna sell edibles on the street.
Oh God.
Don't act like we
The-
didn't have this conversation.
we did, but I didn't know you was about to say it on the podcast.
Yeah, we about to sell edibles on the street, but we ain't gonna tell you what's in the edibles though, because you already know. Y'all might try to fight.
Oh yeah, they definitely probably, But hey, you live, you learn. You gotta, try some things.
Yeah, so our edibles be coming out this year, so check out for that.
We're gonna
But
have gummy bears, gummy rings.
all that. Just know that you just gonna get a sugar high, and that's it.
Yeah, for real, that's it. That's it.
Because this unemployment ain't gonna stop this money train. I was like, if our edible thing don't work out, then we definitely applying to we definitely scamming all year. So shout out to that.
Oh, hell
That
yeah.
that scamming been so serious. Like I had seen so many people like literally be like they got payback the government. I had seen so many people that literally go to jail off that stuff. I had seen so many people just like try to teach me how to apply. I was like,
What
no,
kind of
thank
people
you.
you be hanging out with?
You know,
Because bro, I don't, at least on my social media, I haven't seen anybody say shit like that.
so you ain't got no scammers on your social media.
I mean, I do because I remember, when that whole thing was when came out about, giving somebody your bank information or some shit, whatever. I've had a lot of scammers, but not in the sense of like, trying to get that PPP loan and shit. None of that.
I remember when like the easier days when yeah, those easier days when like people used to just hit you up and be like, "Oh, what you bank at? Wells Fargo, Bank of America," and then they get your account, and then you think that they gonna flip that shit, and you gonna be having like 10 grand in that bit, but in reality, they just gonna steal all the money out your account. That's it.
Right. They're like, send me 2,000, I'm gonna flip it for you.
Yeah, I was
What?
like, I can flip it for you. Shit, I can flip it myself. Literally take 2,000 and flip them individually. And be like, there you go, they flipped.
Right.
Nah, scamming is real. Skin is definitely real, but I ain't gonna lie. This unemployment really did get me to the edge. Like I almost did that forex situation. Like but
People about to be people about to be coming at your neck now.
I just
They about
don't.
to be all your shit now.
When I tell you, I just don't like how aggressive the forex people are. To my, hey nigga, I know you ain't got no money on you. I know you ain't getting the paper. I know you ain't getting educated. I know you ain't doing that. I was like, man, I got 3 degrees. What are you talking about? But you ain't educated. You ain't getting this money. You ain't doing nothing. You sitting there. Listen, I'm about to go Cancun in a minute. I'm about to go Cancun tomorrow. What you finna do? You finna stay at the house?
Right.
Nigga,
Like I
we
just bought a house.
outside. Nigga, we
Like I just
outside. Aggressive.
Oh my god, now for real, when Forex first came around, boy, oh my god, the amount of DMs that I got. And like they be trying to play it off too. They be like, remember I get like a couple girls in my DMs doing that shit. They'd be like, hey sweetie, how are you? And I'll be like, oh, they're trying to be friends. So I'll reply back. I'm like, I'm good, how are you? And they're like, nothing. I just wanted to see if you were interested in learning Forex. I'm like, oh my god, here we go. I'm
Get out
just
my
like
DMs, ma'am.
I was like, please leave me alone. I ain't got time for this. I don't want to do this today.
Yeah, like I don't know about you, but I got like really, really nice people, and I usually talk to them and be like, yeah, unfortunately I'm not really into that kind of stuff. I had somebody actually come to my house and talk to me about it. Like they pulled up and everything. Like it was a girl from like Kennesaw, like she's very popular or whatever. Um, and she pulled up to my house and everything, and like she legit made me feel like, yo, I need to do this. Until they told me how much money it was to join. It was like $297. I was like, God damn. And then it was like, if you add two more people, it's gonna be free. Like you don't have to pay no more. But if you don't, you still gotta pay $297 again and again until you get two more recruits. I was like, this sounds like a pyramid scheme. This sounds like that Cash App said when everybody be like, hey, bro, put 10 in so we get
Right.
add three more people to the ad, bro. You're gonna get about $500 by the end of the week. I promise you. I was just like,
Uh-huh. That should work for some people.
it
But
does.
I no. But no, yeah. When I saw people like saying all this shit like, I'll teach you, all you gotta do is pay, blah 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 blah, all this shit. I'm like, no. Mm-mm. All this shit you can learn for free on the Google.
On the Googles.
Like, why would I pay you?
Right. Like and the thing about it is like I'm so happy that our community, like our culture, our generation is like getting into their money bag and learning that like you can make millions off just trading and make millions off just,
Mm-hmm.
really learn about finances. But I'm more like
Mm-hmm.
a long term gang person because like I'm always gonna have money. I
Mm-hmm.
manifested it. I'm going to do something about it to make some type of income so I'm straight. And that's
Mm-hmm.
not everybody has that mindset, but I definitely have that mindset that if I'm going broke tomorrow, guess what I'm gonna do next day? I'm popping out with some photo shoots. I'm popping out with selling some stuff. I'm popping out with something. Like I'm not gonna sit here and not have money.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is like some people just think about the short game a lot, and I'm more like a long term. Like I'm more a person that's talking about I'm making a Roth IRA. I like to do stocks. That's like very like long term, like S&P 500.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very into like going to like trying to go overdue hedge funds and stuff like that. So I'm definitely one of those type of people. Like even like with the Bitcoin and stuff like that. Like I'm down to do that. I'm down to do Georgia coin and stuff like that. But do not come at me aggressive talking about man, like don't even mess with all that, man. We can get you 3 grand right now. We can get you 3 grand right now. I was like, well then just give
Uh-huh.
me the 3 grand. I ain't got time to give you money so you can flip the money. In reality, you just getting the money and I'm paying for a course to teach me some
Mm-hmm.
stuff. In reality, I could get that free for online. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I think like during this whole like pandemic unemployment situation, there's a lot of companies that have been generous and like, offering free online courses. I mean, I know Google, you can get, well, actually, I was looking that up. It's not technically free.
No, you talking about the courses?
Yeah, the certificates that you can get through Google. It's
Yeah.
really not free. They advertise it as free, but it's not. You have to pay.
Nah, that bitch said you can enroll for free.
Right. You can enroll, but you ain't taking that. You ain't about to learn shit because you ain't about to be in no classes. Like I was like, I want to, while I have all this free time on my hands, get, certificate and whatever I can that can help me, boost my chances in getting a job. So I've been like looking at all this stuff, and then when I looked at Google and I was about to go sign up because I was like, okay, they have a project manager certificate that you can get. I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. That bitch said $49 a month. Go at your own
What?
pace. It said go at your own pace, but no, you have to pay every month. I was like, what?
What?
I was like, wait a minute. Y'all said free. This isn't free. It was the same thing with the Georgia Tech boot camp. They had an online digital marketing class that they were offering, quote again, for free. But this whole time wasn't free because they're over there saying that uh talking I forgot what, but I was it wasn't free. It was not free. I was like, y'all be all these companies be advertising for free and it's not really free.
But definitely, is yeah, half of this stuff is not. But there's still some good Google courses that you can take to better yourself when jobs do open up more. They have the digital marketing one, well, digital media, I think that you can. That's a free course. They got some basic fundamental ones of how to open like business online, how to be successful online. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so they do have some stuff on there, but if you want to get like the critical ones like IT and stuff like that, like that's definitely not always gonna be a little bit money. But the certificates they kind of go a far, like they go a good way. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Harvard University still has free classes on some like tech classes, art classes, humanity classes, also just like some science classes as well that can help you, you know, get further into like your business or whatever like that. That you can put on your resume, so you'd be like, "Oh, bitch, you went to Harvard." Like, nah, bitch, I went to community college, but hey, they had these shits for free, so
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I decided to do that real quick.
I forgot what I was looking at one yesterday. School it was for, but it was for a pretty big college. I'm not coming up with it at the top of my head right now, but they're offering certificates online, but they did it a little bit differently. They actually offered and take the classes, do the assignments, et cetera. All that's free. The only thing that if you wanted to get the certificate at the end, though, then that's when you would have to pay. Which I'm
Hmm.
I'm just like, that's kind of messed up, like you really went through all this hard work and then, doing all these assignments and stuff and then got to pay for the certificate just to say that you're certified in what you're doing. But
Right.
yeah.
It's like I know like a couple IT things I did is like courses that like, oh, like we'll give you all the free courses right now, but as soon as you land a job, I'm gonna need my check. Like, dang.
Yeah, that's it's just like, why can't you just do it for free, you
Like,
know?
like they really remind me of what that man name on Pink Valley. You watch Pink Valley?
I don't.
Man, that man talking about I needs my Skrilla. I was like, dang, I'm about to get him in his Skrilla. Yeah, but
Yeah.
definitely like unemployment is unemployment is very shaky. I'm not gonna. I don't know why people acting like unemployment hasn't been like a thing for a very long time. It's just
Yeah.
really it's very crucial now because it's like really hitting everybody. But
Hmm.
unemployment always been high. Like unemployment always been like an issue. But a lot of people think it's because it's really based off lazy people who just don't want to do anything. Like you see like homeless people and stuff like that and they're on the side of the road. Like I remember like me and my homeboy was like right down the street and then like we saw like homeless people, you know what I'm saying? And it was like in Savannah or whatever. Me, I'm like kind of keen to like giving them like $1 or something like that. And
Hmm.
he stopped me one day. He was just like, "Don't do that." I was like, "Why?" It's like If a man can sit there and beg for money, he can sit there and go get a job at McDonald's.
Hmm.
Mm.
I mean, it also depends because I mean, you can't just go in McDonald's. I mean, I guess depending on where you go, because they're all, locally, most of them locally owned and operated. But you can't just walk up there looking homeless, battered clothes, smelling bad, hair not done, and expect to offer get a job. So it's difficult, But it also depends. Like if you do give them money, it depends what they do with that money.
Yeah, for me, it's just like when it comes to like homeless people doing that or people who are unemployed who just can't get a job. Like you have to think about like how they're gonna get there every day. Um,
Mm-hmm.
how are they gonna like change their clothes every day? How are they
Mm-hmm.
gonna like have the hygiene to be able to come in? Because hygiene is a very important thing. If you smell like how you smelling, then most likely somebody can just fire you off the way that you smell. Sometimes, like even though it's
Exactly.
bad, but he's like you smell like little poutine tang.
I mean, it's true though, because you're gonna get complaints. Like you will get complaints from people, whether it's people you're working with or customers.
I'm not gonna lie to you with this unemployment thing. Like my first thing was to be like, go get a job at McDonald's. But it's kind of weird now because like with the unemployment, everybody doesn't want to go work in fast food. Like seeing the
Mm-hmm.
unemployment thing and the unemployment money that came in and stuff like that for people, like in the beginning it was like $600 every week or so.
Right. Nobody want to go back to making. How much do they even pay? $11, maybe $10 an
Hey, less
hour.
than that. What the fuck? Where you from? Like literally, like I think we're talking about like probably ain't gonna lie, probably now. Yeah, probably now they probably doing like 10 or 11, like Walmart probably 10, 11, but before about like probably 8 or
Yeah,
7.50.
it was definitely minimum wage. It was definitely minimum wage. It was 7.25.
And definitely like waiters and waitresses that does like restaurants and stuff like that. Like I used to kind of be kind of envious of those people because I really thought like they was making like hella money and stuff like that. But in reality, like they probably the base pay is probably highest they can get. It's like probably like four something, and the lowest is probably be like 213. And they really living on tips. And then even if like you give them tips through credit cards and stuff like that, that automatically gets split throughout the whole restaurant. If not, they just can keep their own tips, but that gets split. But if you give them cash, sometimes they don't have to split that. So I remember I went to a restaurant the other day, and the waitress she literally gave us a whole rundown because it was about to close anyway. But she gave me the
Mm-hmm.
whole rundown of like how things work and just how life works. And she was just talking
Mm-hmm.
about how like her husband, like even though he has a good job on base, her by herself, if she did all that, she wouldn't make it. Like, cause she had like three kids. One of the kids gotta get her hair locked. One kid need to get her hair did, and she got a son who need to get his hair cut. All of them need clothes. All of them need food. All of them need insurance. Plus, she needs insurance. Plus, she needs these things. They need food for the house. It was just like wow. Like honestly, like who really wants to go back working for like pennies on a dollar when you can
Right.
literally for every week sit down and get a $600 check and try to apply for something that's actually worth your time.
Exactly. And most unemployments I know, I think usually are for a year, right? Like a full year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like shit, why not? And then on top of that, with the um pandemic relief, with the little help, the extra money, that helps. So shit, why not? I say fucking do it.
The moral of this podcast today is don't get caught scamming. If you get a bad job, get a bad job. And honestly, if you want to make a business. Do something
Mm-hmm.
for yourself. A lot of people need to realize now that if you're going to be wealthy, it's not really based off these 9 to 5 jobs anymore. If you want to be wealthy, make your own business, get into real estate, get into just learning everything. Right now, you probably can't do it because you're probably a little low on the funds, but that don't mean that you can buy a $5 book from Dave Ramsey and learn how to budget your money. And it doesn't stop
Mm-hmm.
you from learning how to go on YouTube and sell watching your favorite YouTube couple, watch your favorite financial guide, um, and learn how
Mm-hmm.
to get into real estate and learn how to wholesale or do whatever you can do. at that point, because I'm definitely reading up, and I know that my friends are definitely reading up on that too, because we're trying to be wealthy and not stagnant. So definitely do that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's always good to have a little something extra under your belt, especially like since we in a Panasonic, we don't know what's coming up. We
Not
don't
a
know. We don't know, if it could happen again. Probably. Well, I can't say any more that if it will, but you never know what's going to happen. So it's always good to have that extra stuff under your belt.
All right, that's all good. You want to try to do the outro too?
What do you say for outro?
Dang, Devina, you have not.
Bitch, we only made one episode and we recorded the other way yesterday. What's the outro?
Actually, we don't really have an outro.
You know what, bitch? Go ahead and just do whatever. Make something. I don't know.
All right, man. Thank y'all for watching. Not even watching. Mm-hmm. Thank y'all for listening to Why Life Got Me Ep.3 podcast. This has been Juice. Please follow me on Yo Gabba Gabba Juice on Instagram. Also, Devina, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at XODevina, and make sure to subscribe to our podcast on Spotify. Subscribe. That's what you do, right?
Baby, that's YouTube.
You don't subscribe on Spotify?
Hold on, let me look this up. I feel like they follow us. No, like watch it download the podcast and like it on Spotify. I think that's how they do it. But thank you, man, for listening to episode 3 of Why Life Got Me Effed Up podcast. I hope that you come back again. It is totally free. All right, I'll see you.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to Why Life Got Me Effed Up podcast. Please check us out on Instagram at Why Life Got Me podcast. You can see our newest episodes coming up. Also, you can chat with us and tell us what topics you would like us to talk about. All right, y'all have a good day. And also, don't let nobody get you effed up.